I'm just in awe of the universe. I wish that I had an accurate one. What do you guys think of all of those models?
I don't even need an accurate one myself, but you know, that's up to each person if they really need that. It's
we're trying to figure it out, and you know, the Gleason's map is the closest to what we observe. Could it be something else? Very possible. But somebody in the chat mentioned it, and there's a topic we want to talk about, and we've talked about it before. But we're just going to bring it up because there's a bunch of people that don't quite understand how direction could work on a circle map, right? So, like, if you believe the map, if the world map was a rectangle, up is north, down is south, east is right or left, west is right or left, how does that work? How do you end up when you on the bottom?
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't work. So on the flat map, on the circle map, we have our magnet. We can agree that our magnets point towards a magnetic point, right?
And then for somebody that's coming that's not sure about that laughs at flat Earth from the beginning or that has never heard of it before, it's just good to show all of these models with the globe model, right, so that people just don't know shit. Like, they just don't know. So how can you say in depth, right, you know, for sure that
which is the trick? Which is the trick that they use?
Yeah, let's say we don't know if it's circle map or the rectangular map. But on a ball south of the equator, you'd have to turn to the left when you're heading west to maintain your longitude, to maintain your direction. I just want to get it right. the North Pole
Correct.
is magnetic, and that's why magnets point to them, right?
Correct.
So if let's say all of us were right at the North Pole, and we all had our backs to each other, and we all walked out 10 paces in different opposite directions, all of those directions are south.
Correct.
Okay. Now that's the same on a globe also. If we were all on a globe and we had our back to the center and we all walked away, we're all walking south and we'll end up in Antarctica. On a flat map, it's the same thing. South is, by definition, the opposite direction of north. Okay.
So when okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So go ahead. You want to? I'll continue, but you go first.
No, I just have this question about east and west being circles, because I still think that people think that's a concept that Flat Earth introduced when it's the way that the world works anyway.
Right. And anyone that doesn't understand that, get a globe, get a ball.
Want me to bring up Google Earth?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Well, no. We've seen that. I want people to do it with a physical globe.
Ain't nobody stopping. Ain't nobody stopping. We are live, everyone. How are you doing, brother?
We are live, bro. I'm doing great. Well, it's Wednesday. It's another day done.
Yeah. So, big news to share with everybody, right? Did anybody see this coming? We got invited onto the Baby Truther show by Jeran, and we've made the plans. We're going. It's happening tomorrow, the big event. There's so much to talk about. What do you think, brother?
Yeah, it should be interesting. Yeah, we'll go there and explain the map, everything that we've been doing for the last 4 years. We'll show them, we'll update a bit of graphics and stuff. And we'll listen to what they have to say. Jeran did say that he didn't want us to call them any names or Satanists or anything like that. So I guess we're not going to be debating like history or anything. We're just going to present the...
I think you're speaking quiet right now.
We're just going to present the projection, right? So explain it, talk about it, show them how it works. That's as far as I knew, right? Do you want me to lean forward? Is that better? You guys hear me a bit better now?
Yeah, no. It should be coming through good. So yeah, everybody. After what is it? We just brought up that it's like 5 years now that Ronnie and I have been working together on YouTube, and so Ronnie had the ins and outs with Jeran even before I had met Ronnie. So his track record goes back farther beyond that. But Jeran's one of the first people that I spoke to when I started putting out videos. I got a Skype call from David Weiss, and he wanted to know what my issues with the AE map and model were. And I explained them to him, and he said, hold on, let me bring in Jeran. He three-wayed them. I explained the whole thing to Jeran, and his response was, great, you ruined my week. So this is going to be our first time talking live with each other since that time period. And wow, so much has transpired. So much has really gone down. And so tonight, I think what we're going to be doing is maybe a little bit of a recap of what has gone down since that all took place, and how it's all culminating tomorrow with a Baby Truther show. As crazy as that all sounds.
Yeah, I know. I'm not really too excited to go on there. I wish they would come on our channel. But whatever. I'll never balk at the opportunity to share the truth. That's something else I wanted to talk about. So it's interesting because bringing all this back up, and you've been uploading some older videos, a couple from 2017. And it dawned on me because I heard myself talking back then about censorship. So really since 2014, when I started covering Sandy Hook, I've been in and out of internet jail the entire time. I'm like a serious inmate. And I guess I've been studying myself and the psychological side effects that are imposed through this. right? What it's like when they shut you down, take your content down. And just, I've just been evaluating the whole road, the path that it's taken me to get here. And it's interesting that we'll be going on to the Baby Truther show. I'm pretty sure they're all well acquainted with us and what we say. So it's going to be interesting what we're going to explain any different than we've already explained. Not much, but I'm looking forward to it. But again, I just wanted to talk. So, okay, Jason, you yourself, you just got off 2 strikes. You were almost ready to have your channel taken down, right?
Yep.
So why don't you talk about when did censorship show up into your life and how has it affected you?
Well, we just played that live stream last night, that repost of when we had played Jake the Assholes, the end of the fake flat earth. So that right there was a huge milestone. We had that. We had that live stream, and if you listen to that live stream, you'll pick up that was the first time using Awake Souls as our live stream platform, because we had been doing it on Beyond Flat Earth before that. And as you said in the video, we had gotten censored down to the point of just getting like 3 or 4 viewers in a live stream. And so we just continued through that, but then we saw the bigger numbers that came in on the Awake Souls channel after the Strange Truth Project was published. So if you haven't seen that before, it's like a 3-hour documentary. It is the best flat earth documentary you're ever going to see. It's nothing like a mockumentary. It actually proves flat earth and points out that the AE map and model is impossible, and that we're in a simulation. Now, this is a video that across YouTube has received tens of millions of views. Now, on my channel, it's still under 800,000 views, but we've seen other channels with 5 million here, 2.5 million there. So,
you completely skirted the question.
No, I didn't. So okay. The censorship, we had just gone to the Awake Souls channel because of those views taking off, and so we did get some traction, and we picked up a little bit larger audience during that time period, and incrementally everything that was taking place as far as when monetization was being taken away from content creators, when all these different things, features were being disabled, we would always experience them first. We'd talk about them, we'd have to go through them in a live stream, and then we'd see these same issues show up with other content creators months and months later. All right, so it was like they were initially working on all the tweaks that they were doing on us, and so the views just continued to get throttled and throttled and throttled, and we are where we are right now. So we just, no matter what, we did the same thing back then. If it was 3 or 4 views, if we've got something to cover and we want to get this documented, we want those timestamps for something, we're going to go live, and we're just going to do it live, whether or not somebody's watching or not. And then it'll be there at some future point, because we're just all about documenting the truth.
So how has it personally affected you?
If anything,
it's supposed to be heart to heart raw, man. Like,
yeah, well, if anything, how has it affected me? So, I guess what it's done is made me immune to the dopamine hit of the likes and the shares and the comments and the things that would come with it. So it's made me absolutely immune to the need or desire for those things, because I do it for different reasons that go beyond that. So it's toughened me up. It's probably made me better at what I do. If I had gotten a bunch of views and accolades and stuff like that, it might have corrupted me, and I'd start doing crappy content and not researching and saying things that weren't true, right?
Okay, that's a good answer. So, I can interject with my experience. So it has taught me actually to not be reliant on the dopamine hits. And you basically, what you need to do is you yourself need to get the dopamine hits for your own self. Like when you create something, you need to enjoy it. It doesn't matter if anyone else in the world sees it. If you're happy with what you made and what you did, that's the point. And I guess being censored, like way before I met you, people were being unsubbed from my channel right from the beginning. My channel was instantly, I never had free go at this game, even though we did learn how to SEO crazy, right? Search engine optimization techniques. Jason and I have mastered it. I could literally go around and employ myself creating tons of content for other companies and businesses and restaurants, but I don't want to expose loopholes. Like I want to make money off building things, right? I don't want to take it an easy, you know, what would you call that? A hack or a cheat. I want to do things honestly, but excuse me. So getting back to my point on censorship. So the subliminal trauma that's inflicted on people when you open up these different social media sites and you're worried that you're going to see a flag or you're going to be gone for so long, that there is the hardest part to learn to just let go of what happens, because you can always make a new account, you can always keep trying. You're never really over. There's always new places to go and try as well. I just want people to know that just stay calm. It happens. Whatever it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I would just suggest being consistent, fight for truth, speak truth, and be bold, brave. The people that tune in here, I know you guys are some of the bravest people in the realm, and we need you guys to be even braver, right? To be fearless, even unto death, no matter what. Just always remember that you'll be resurrected. You'll be reincarnated. There's a guarantee if you have true belief in your heart of the Creator's death and resurrection, the Creator's Son, the Christ. You'll be brought in, you'll be brought back again, just like he was. That was the whole reason he did it, was to say, look, you're going to get resurrected or reincarnated too. So when we're faced with censorship, we know that we're actually winning, because the only reason why they censor you is because you're too powerful. You're making too much damage, too much noise. The problem is they can't stop you spiritually. They can put a firewall on certain social media sites, but you can find other ones, and that ripple effect, the morphic resonance that takes place is absolutely real. If only one person sees the video, it's still, the blast goes out. It is felt. It is understood. I can prove it to you guys. Well, I'm going to continue. I'm doing a dissertation on that right now. My whole entire 8 years in the truth movement has been a dissertation on how to fight for truth in 2020, or 2021 now, 2022 now. And I'm just thankful, Jason, that we're still steady, we're still consistent, we're still pushing the boundaries with the graphics and social media websites. I want to take it to TikTok before I throw it back to you. Excuse me. TikTok absolutely sucks. I'm really pissed off about TikTok. I wish I could speak to the owners of it, because if I don't want to just turn my phone on and talk into it and then add a song. I want to create a 3-minute video that has music and graphics and art and truth and mixed in with it. What I do, I'm not going to change what I do. There's absolutely no room for me there. I have to make my video, have to have no music in it. Then I have to go onto their site and add music. And then I can't control when it rises or lowers. It's called ducking. I can't do anything. So I might not even be continuing my avenue into TikTok. It's just garbage. And what I was pleasantly surprised with was Telegram. So we're at Reality Check. That's the group. We have a friend in Estonia that made the group, and we use it. I post truth there constantly. And they accepted the video, like, bam, perfect resolution, perfect size. I don't know how the sharing works, but I think for now, I'm going to continue to create content for there. I will be out of Facebook jail at some point, so I'm going to start putting content up there. Again, here's just a quick one more update, Jason, and then I'll bring it back to you, and I'll ask you the same question. What techniques do you think should be employed when sharing the truth? And all I was going to say was hashtagging. Hashtagging is huge. If you want to have a footprint that is chain linked to other footprints, you hashtag, you title, tag, and make description. And in the description, you put the title and the tags, right? If you can do that on any social media site, do it. Jason, what's your advice for somebody? What would you, let's say someone on the other side of the screen can't make video content, but they're able to go on Telegram. What's your advice for them? How can they fight for truth?
Well, with any platform, you just have to get a foothold somewhere. So you have to plant yourself someplace where you feel comfortable, and you have to establish a place that you're going to come back and check on regularly. This is one of these things where once you establish this place, it's like a plant that needs to be watered. You have to go there, you have to check and see if somebody sent messages, and if they sent messages, then you have to respond to messages. So I recommend people finding that place that they feel most comfortable on checking messages on the regular. Now, there is like categories that vary as far as how much influence you can have on somebody. So one of the things that you can influence somebody with is text. So you can type things, they can read things, sentences, words, characters, right? So this is an avenue of being able to have influence and participate in the game. Another way to have influence is by what a person hears. So now all of a sudden, if you have something that they can hear, that what they hear can have some influence on them. So you could have words, and then you could have something that you can hear, and then if you want to take it all the way, then you can give them like videos, graphics, that kind of stuff, 3D modeling, animations, transitions, all these types of things, in order to help get across a certain point. So the more of these things that we can hit on, the deeper the penetration it's going to have, if it's true, if it's actual, if it has a reality to it. Now, no matter how much propaganda you put up for something that's not true, only the propaganda exists, not the thing it's trying to support, right? That's a non-reality. So we recommend people get into the fight, be participating. This is going to involve you commenting back and forth with other people. These interactions are what are essential as far as being a participant in this world. So if you want to avoid all interactions with other people, you've relegated yourself to just being a bystander, right? You came and watched the game, but you didn't participate in it. So we recommend everybody to get their feet wet, right? Get into it. It's not easy. You're going to go through waves of, ooh, bam, I smashed this guy with this truth. Then all of a sudden somebody's going to hit you with something that you weren't ready for, and you're going to be staggered from it. And then it's going to make you think. Then all of a sudden you're going to have to go do some research and see why you were impacted by whatever that thing was. So it's how you play the game, people. Get involved. Be a player.
That's great advice. Do something. Make a comment. Share a video. Share it with somebody. Try to go find places where truthers are meeting. Then share with them. The highest level, right, is to inspire the people that have the following, the leaders, right? But unfortunately, all you can ever really do is just create good content and put it out. And the people that like it, the people that hear you, are your people. That's it. And all we can do is try to share truth with as much people as possible. And so, yeah, let's move on past that. If anyone's being censored out there, you're not alone. You know, you can get through this. There's always another platform. You can always make more accounts. You can get VPNs and make new accounts. Don't ever give up. Don't ever feel discouraged. If you're being censored, you've actually done serious amount of damage. It's irreversible. Really. So did you want to talk about the re-upload that you published? The last one was of Jake when he flipped on the AE mappers, right?
Yeah, I figured at a certain point we would get into a screen share, and I'll show people the email that I got from Jeran. We want to talk about our decision to go on the Baby Truther show with the audience, and because some people, Jake's going to come out and say that we're shills because we're going on the Baby Truther show. Anybody that goes on the Baby Truther show is a shill, right? So why would we go on the Baby Truther show if we know it's all shills? So we need to explain the reason why we would do that. So to do that, we have to show you what it was that Jeran wrote in the email and why we would accept what he offered. So we'll go through the details of that, and then maybe just flash through some tabs as far as what it was that we've been talking about for the last 3 weeks, because these last 3 weeks have really been sort of action-packed. I don't know if everybody else feels the same way, but it seems like it sort of just breezed by, and it was a massive amount of content to be able to assimilate and store into the data banks. And I don't know, for me, it felt like one of those Matrix-y, type moments, right?
Getting the downloads, right? Yeah. Taking it back to Skeebers was the guy that kicked this all off after he spent 40 days in the ICU.
Wasn't Mac first?
No,
it was Skeebers first.
Skeebers was the first to jump. Right. Then Mac, then the huge debacle with Russian vids and low impact flicks. The Church of Satan showed up, and then Jeran got involved, and then we got involved, and then we've seen all that other nonsense that they're still promoting. And again, just so everybody on the other side of the screen knows, Jason and I are not here to make friends. We never signed up on YouTube to be big 100,000 subscriber YouTube channels. We came here to document truth, to witness to it, the things that people say and do that get taken down and deleted. We've gone along for the last 8 years, and me and Jason have each compiled it. We've documented it and published it on our channels. We've got thousands and thousands of videos. Right. So it's nothing personal. Like, everybody else says the things that they say. They make the content that they make. We can't control what anyone else does. But what we do is we just document it. And we don't do it to make all the time accusations. But when we can tie things together, like an investigator would, when we see, hey, these people are acting foolish and they're trying to tie this to the AE map and they're trying to tie the Bible to that map, we can see, hey, well, if they pull that card, they're going to try to take down the whole house of cards, which we know you can't do that.
They're not always making plays. I mean, remember, it was back in late 2017 when Jake said the fake flat Earth was destroyed, and then how many years have gone past before all of a sudden now Jake's the guy again back on the scene.
Same thing, right?
It's they're not always making moves. So what happens is we sit back and we cover all the other things in between. That's the reason why we're so rounded out in so many topics. I mean, but now when something like this comes back up again, we're the people that have documented how it went down.
That's why we did it, so that we can show people this is the reasons. We don't just speculate or make accusations. We show actual documented, screenshotable evidence. That was one of the first things after I met Jason. I started working together for the truth. I basically gave you everything that I knew. I was like, because that's just, I'm a nerd. Okay. I'm a big nerd, and my mind kind of works like a computer sometimes. And you weren't doing any of these things. Didn't have troll accounts. You didn't, know how to, the whole spiritual warfare thing. And what we've learned over the years is that consistency and truth. So it doesn't matter like I was saying before, what anyone else does or says. The truth is the truth, whether you want to accept it or not. This is the problem that we have right now, and always have had, is that other people want to have their own truths, right? When people get into a debate on whether 30 degrees is hot or cold, it's 30 degrees. Whether you feel hot or he feels cold, or she feels hot or she feels cold, it's irrelevant. The truth is that it's 30 degrees. Now, this same truth applies across the board. A tree is a tree is a tree is a tree. Clouds are clouds are clouds are clouds. And Jason and I have meticulously gone through and investigated our reality. We did the reality check. That's why we have the Telegram group called Reality Check. That's what we did. And we found crazy things. We were the first ones to start documenting that there were clouds behind the sun and the moon, and rainbows and stars, clouds behind them. And lo and behold, you go and check up on the scriptures, and it says there's clouds up into the highest heights of the heavens. Oh, well, there's a ring. And guess what? Clouds being behind the sun doesn't work for heliocentrism, and it sure doesn't work for the flat Earth map either, right? 3,000 mile up sun.
We're talking pizza pie.
Clouds are just a mile away. Well, we can, Jason, from now until after the Baby Truther show, we can switch over. I will call it the Gleason's map, whatever projection they want, whatever azimuthal, equidistant, whatever they want to come at. We'll play truth for truth. This is what I wanted to let everybody know, is that, again, it doesn't matter. Jason and I realized, hey, wait a minute. They're able to describe the reality in a sphere to a good amount, right? So how would they have been able to do that? Because we both went out and measured the Earth being flat. We build buildings, we build things, and we use water to level it out. We live in a water realm. So you would have to be it's an absolute error for me to explain to somebody that we use water to level things out, and everywhere around us is water. We're basically all living on islands. And for you to have that mind fry, so, okay, we're in a water world. Okay, so how could they be expressing it as a sphere? Lo and behold, you find that through a stereographic projection, you can back engineer and create a sphere. And some of the stuff lines up, except for when you try to celestial point things, when you try to, any type of software where you 3-dimensionally model anything, you have to be doing it off of a flat plane, whether it's a simulator for flying, whether it's a boat, absolutely train tracks, whatever simulator you want to build, right? It has to be done on a flat surface, a plane. And these are the things that Jason and I went to town with. We went to bat with it. Okay, how could this work? We exhausted every single avenue, everything. I read the whole internet. I know people hear me say that. I'm going to keep saying that. I wanted to find the truth, right? So what we found is that we live in this supernatural realm. The borders, we're going to call it like the asteroids effect. Not like asteroids coming down from the sky. The video game asteroids from the 70s. All the borders on the game, there was a set space. Whenever the character went off the screen, it came back on the corresponding other spot on the screen. This is exactly wow, they were able to do that so easily in the 70s. Interesting that this is the exact proposition that we bring to the table now, right? So these are the things, the truth is the truth is the truth, right? It's not debunkable. The sun rising and the sun setting and the light shining underneath the clouds. So you have a chemtrail in the sky. You have a cloud deck above the chemtrail, and you have the sun under the chemtrail, and the shadow is above on the cloud deck above where the chemtrail is. And that is impossible with a 3,000 mile up sun. It's super impossible with a 98 million mile away sun. If people don't understand what I'm saying here, this is something that I think an advanced 10-year-old could understand, right? If the sun is casting a shadow upwards above it, the sun has to be below that object in reality. It's not being projected into that spot. It's not magically bouncing off the earth. No, the sun literally goes into the clouds, it comes down through the bottoms of the clouds, and then you see the light shining upwards out of the clouds. Then you can see shadows above from where the sun is under the clouds. Okay? And Jason and I don't care. If it was a sphere, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. It could be a sphere. It could be concave. We could live on a Morpheus strip, a Morpheus loop where it just does this infinite thing. We don't care. We don't care. What we care about is documenting the truth and sharing it and doing it with art, with passion, compassion. You know, everybody on the other side of the screen, if it doesn't pound in your heart, if it doesn't get you fired up, quit. You know, that was something that my grandfather taught me. He taught me a lot of things. My dad's dad, he was a tool and die maker. He was always, I asked him everything. I wanted to know everything. Every person that I had in my life that was older than me, I never stopped talking and asking questions. And he told me, why? That was the first one. And he used to say, "Buy canoe." And I'd be like, "What do you mean, Grandpa?" And he was like, "Well, that's how the Native Americans got here." Or no, how is the question I always asked. How? And it's funny because you got Yahawahashai, right? How, not why. Why is a different question than how, right? I would always ask how. And, you know, he told me, if you're not passionate, if you don't wake up in the morning and you're not happy, find something else to do. Now, unfortunately, he didn't know that the cerveza bug thing was going to come. Now you don't really have that same ability anymore, especially if people are living in communist Canada or whatever, Communistan or Canada-stan. You guys have it bad. I don't know if the opportunities are, but whatever you do in your life, find passion. Find something that moves you, that makes you get up in the morning to do it, that you can't wait to get to doing what you were doing, whether it be singing, playing guitar, making content is what I think. Well, Jason and I both agree it's the highest level of artistic expression. You can paint a painting, you can make a meme, right? But can you go on camera, talk, edit, put in music, graphics, and have truth in that content? And then you can then imprint your spirit into the content that you create, and it's forever. It's infinite. It's a file that's been uploaded. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you guys, there's a definite super special thing that takes place when we start to understand how files are saved inside little tiny chips. Now, I'm going to throw it back to you, Jason, because this rant could go very far. And instead of going into rabbit holes, we like to ascend higher to get greater perspectives on this side of the team, our team. We're looking for a more illuminated light path up into the sky. We don't care about going into rabbit holes. Again, find something that you're passionate about. That's Jason. What are you? I already know the answer. Right now, what is your most passionate? What are you the most passionate about?
Content creation. Absolutely. I don't stop thinking about it. I'm paying attention to what's coming out, and I'm thinking about what I'm going to be creating. So I'm just going to continue to bang on this point. Ask yourself. I'm talking to each and every one of you individually right now. Like, hear my voice. What do you create? At the end of the day, what do you have as output to show for? What do you do? What do you put out? So some of us, we have to go to work and we might build something. We might shape it out of wood or metal. Some people might work on machinery. Other people might work on farms. All of this has output. You did something. So as far as the truth is concerned, what do you have as far as output throughout a day? Do you have any truth output? So any truth output that you have, you yourself had to have been a creator. So this isn't like, well, you are the creator. No, we're all creators when we create something. Like right now, we're creating a live stream. Beforehand, we made a thumbnail. We might build a shed at some point. Some people make dinner. That's creating something. So as far as truth is concerned, as a creator, what is your output? This is something that's measurable, and the scriptures talk about how we're going to be measured by it. The books are going to be open. So I'm just always telling people, this is the cheat code. Stack up as much creator, and like you the creator, your content, you put it out there. You have timestamps for it. Do it. It's not going to hurt you. I promise you that.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Some of I get the most enjoyment out of some people that will post a small video or a meme and then they'll write something. To me, that moves me. I really love that. It's one of the most passionate things. Creating the video and putting the sound and the camera, that I guess only a select group of people do that. And unfortunately, most of them are shills. Because they're doing it for profit, right? But I mean, you can do anything. You can even share. Someone can write a post. You can copy and paste what they write. You can share. You just do something, and it feels good when you stand up. Like there's going to be a score sheet, like Jason said, and they're going to. This person said this. This person said this. This person said this. Like all these things matter. We're in a video game where everything, it's like rewards. Like you got these coins in the sky. When you do something that's good, when you fight for truth, you jump up, you get the coin. Ding, 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 ding. There's mega hits. You can do this crazy. Like yeah, you can build up like combo points, like Jason said, through like just being honest. Just always being honest. You're just combo. I have to say, Jeran said in the other video, they don't never lie. Well, I have told a lie in my life. Right. I've never said that I've never lied. But right now, I'm on a streak right now where I haven't, and a white lie, like I said, when you start to go for this combo where you just truth after truth after truth, you'll be surprised at the like, oh, I just slipped. I bent the truth or I misrepresented something. And your combo hit starts over again. I can't even remember. I can't remember right now the last time that I said something that wasn't truthful. And again, this isn't like I'm trying to boast about this. Nothing that I do good is from me. It's from the creator. He knew that I would do these things. He programmed it, or I don't even know how it all works. I don't take the credit for it. But you guys on the other side, fighting for truth is the same thing. And last few days, it's hard for me. Sometimes, again, I usually work off of inspiration. And so find something that inspires you, whether it be music, just read other people's content. You can be inspired too. And then act on those feelings. Put on something, write. Take a picture of something, write something about it, publish it. Look what other people are doing. Just get your voice heard. Stand up, say something. Because we do believe that when the kingdom comes, the people that did the work, they're going to be rewarded. Now, you're not going to be rewarded now. Okay? Let's be honest, Jason, here. I'm going to throw it back to you. Before we jump into a screen share, this is a very important topic. Unfortunately, the majority of the 8 billion people that are alive right now, I like to use the expression, they want Barabbas. They don't want the truth. They want the loud, the liar, the guy that swears, the person that, tells them things that seem nice to hear. So if you're a truther like Jason and I, we're not offering you guys, you're not going to be viral. You're not going to get millions of views, right? Unfortunately. But what you do is through the spirit and morphic resonance, you absolutely shift the entire consciousness of the realm, right? Emotionally, empathically. These are things that we employ. We don't really talk a lot about, but prayer, meditation, and having belief in yourself and belief in the words and the content that you create is the most powerful thing that you can do. So how did I want to throw it to you? The most important thing I think that I could probably ask people on the other side, don't look for earthly rewards. In riches, in fancy cars or millions of views, or because really when you fight for the truth, there's a reason why that it was set up this way, because it's actually worth something. It's precious to the Father. Right? And something that's precious to him is not a high amount of it. So you have to actually suffer. Okay. What I'm telling people is the suffering is part of fighting for the truth. And I don't want to lie to people, because I just went on a rant about how I like to get into a combo. So Jason, how do you express to people what the path is for the truth and what it can bring?
Yeah. So I want to talk about self-sacrifice. Now, this is a touchy subject because there's a whole bunch of people running around right now saying, oh, these are cults, these are cult communities, oh, this is a cult, blah blah blah, cult community. So when you start talking about self-sacrifice, what they're going to do is they're going to come along and say, oh, this cult wants this and that. So I want to hyper define what I'm talking about when it comes to self-sacrifice, and it's everything that Ronnie just mentioned. And it has to do with foregoing your own interests for some stuff. So we're not talking about, you're not doing this for us. You're not going to forego something so that you can save $1 to mail to us at the end of the month. That's not the type of self-sacrifice we're talking about. We're talking to you individually, where you all of a sudden you understand within your life that you're going to forego something. You're going to sacrifice it for the sake of the truth. All right, so this can come in an infinite varying amount of ways that's going to be specific to your own life, because the thing that you forego and the thing that somebody else forgoes are going to be something completely different. But what it means is, what are you putting first? If you were actually to sit down and document the amount of minutes that you're awake, how many of them you're in front of a screen watching a television, a movie, a video game, how many of those minutes that you're in social media for recreation, all this time that we get screen time wise, what are you doing with it? Where is it spent? All right, so we all have that. We got to sit down and just not think about something for a moment type experience.
Hugs, bro.
Right? What?
Well, I don't know why they're freaking out tonight.
Yeah.
Where we live, he sells dogs, beautiful shepherds. They're beautiful dogs. They're wonderful. They're just barking a lot tonight. Sorry, everybody. It's a good thing there's nothing serious going on, right?
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, so I guess that's at 2 p.m., right? Central? 3 p.m. Eastern. We should be on the Baby Truther show. We don't even know if it's live or if they like tape it or something. We don't even know, right? We're gonna find out.
I don't know. You totally derailed me. I have no idea what you're talking about anymore.
We're going to the Baby Truth. We're going to the Baby Truther talk now. Sorry, I switched gears.
Oh,
I downshifted. I'm letting people know. So it should be tomorrow at like, I think he said 12 Pacific Standard Time. So I believe that's 2 p.m. our time now. You can comment below. I don't know if he's got me blocked or I got him blocked. I don't know what's going on.
well, we're going to go through all the emails. It's all, we don't have to speculate about anything. We got the actual emails.
It should be great. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to show them why we use the projection and how it works, instead of having people constantly misrepresent it. That's more annoying when someone thinks they've like, oh, we've got one on you, and they start acting like, oh, well, how is this looking at the stars, when they don't understand how it works. And understanding that your 3-mile circle of sight, everything is happening within that, that's a key element to this. So what else did you want to talk about?
Let's see.
The dome. The firmament dome is a mistransliteration of a Hebrew word rakia. Exactly. That's true. Which actually meant vast expanse, right? It also can be used for the word horizon too. He sits above the horizon of the earth, the Father, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we should go to a screen share so that we got some things to point at. And
yeah, we're just laid back. I just wanted to just chat. We did. It was fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully people got something from it. We just open our hearts and we just talk sometimes. We don't always need to be like, fight, truth, this, that. And it's quiet right now. Jeran's coming to us with, let me know when you're off screen share, with, he basically brought an olive branch. It was well written. A couple mistakes, but I make mistakes all the time when I type. I constantly go through my social media, but I try. Are we ready? So it should be interesting to see. I think that was a bit loud. Should be interesting to see how this all goes. Okay, I see it on the screen now.
All right, yeah. So this is the email that came in, and I just want to go through this with everybody here and talk about this. Let me see if I can get it a little bit bigger for the people that use cell phones. All right, so this is what I received from JC Bitcoin, and this isn't, we're not doxing, we're not doing none of that. This is civil interaction between Jeran of Jeranism and us, and it was received December 7th at 2:55 p.m. So what it says is, you always say we don't say your name. You always say we don't highlight you or something. Let's put our differences aside. We know you think we are actor, Freemasons, Satanists, lying scum shills. Great. You're wrong, and you don't even deserve what we are about to offer. If you can behave yourselves, and that means no yelling, no name calling, people are well aware of what you think of us. We would like to have you on for the Baby Truther show on Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific. And so that is what we're scheduled for, everybody. He says, here is what I want. We want. He says, the show begins. We say our hellos and we welcome you. At that time, we will even say, here are Ronnie and Jason. They don't like us. They think DITRH uses CGI. They think I am an actor shill. They think Alex is garbage. Whatever. We're having them on the show to teach us their map. All right? But we will only interrupt with questions. It's an important point. But you'll have 30 minutes to present to our audience. If you start calling us names or saying we are Satanists, we will boot you immediately. We can say all that stuff about us on your shows, not ours. And you can surely start off your presentation by giving your channel names and show times or whatever you want. But if we are being honest, 95% of flat earthers are circle map people. So we don't understand the square map or your map, and we'd like to learn and ask questions. Not that you trust me, but Ronnie used to actually like me, and as hard as it is for him to believe it, I'm just a regular guy. Swear to God on my mom's grave. Have I made mistakes? Sure. Would I be in behind the curve again? Never. But I am just who I say I am, and I do not think it's okay to have, and I do think it's okay to have different beliefs, but do not try abs. Come on the show and act a fool. It will be your last time we ever mention you if it happens that way. If it is semi-civilized, maybe we will have you back. But there you go. We say we don't say your names, or we can't. You say we don't promote you or understand your map. Well, here is your chance. 30 minutes or more if it's working out. On Thursday to our YouTube audience. We will go to Rockfen after you. So if it is yes, I'll confirm, and then Thursday morning I will email you the Zoom link. If the answer is no, then oh well, we tried. Constitute on calling us every name in the book. It discredits you highly in our eyes, but that hasn't stopped you before. Good day, gentlemen. Please reply to this mail. And so we've got 5 names here. Jeran, Dave, Alex, Rose, Kelsey, the whole team.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, continue.
I was just going to say, then I did as I said. I responded later that day and said, let's go with it. We have no problem being civil. I will start promoting it tomorrow. All we need is the ability to screen share the map and model, and we will answer any questions you want. Say hi to the crew. We'll see y'all this Thursday. Hashtag Team Yahawahashai. And so we've got, is there anything, he's got another response, so this is more details that came.
This is the first time I've seen this.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, let me read it to you. He says, awesome. Yes, advertise all you want. Let's try and be civil. We are open to a new model. If what you have is better than the AE, so be it. Thursday, if you wouldn't mind being there around 11:40 p.m., I just need to make sure that your screen share works and mic and camera check, and the floor will be yours very quick. Of course, screen share whatever you want. So this is all we ask for. That's all we need.
Well, I mean,
go ahead.
We're not going to go outside of the bounds of presenting the map and model.
No.
We decided that we would just discuss that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we're coming for, to explain how the map and model works, because we've been getting comments from people recently saying, all right, well, if you debunk the AE map and model, what's the map? What's the model? We've been sharing it for the last 4 years. And so it's in so many videos, so many hangouts. Like we go through explanation after explanation after explanation about every single nuance you possibly can think about regarding this. And so we've probably got thousands of hours of content explaining it all. But here it's going to be in a concentrated form. So we're going to have like what we consider to be probably our biggest skeptics. And so they're going to...
I mean, I don't even know if they're our biggest skeptics. I don't even think they care what we say. They've ignored us for the last 4 years, right?
Yeah, but so what we're going to do is they're going to be looking for ways to debunk it. So we're going to be showing them the answers for what the anti-debunks of their wannabe debunks are, right?
They continue.
Well, lastly, you're on our show. You say you disagree with us because that's the truth. Start saying things like we are shills or agents or Satanists, which are your opinions and false anyway. Then there will be problems and a breakdown for sure. It's not going to be like that, Jeran. You know
why is he bringing this up again? I thought we already discussed that we were just coming on to share the map and be civil.
Yeah. You have a channel and show where you can throw around your accusations, where you have dragged my name through the mud. Whatever. It's your opinion over there. Just know we are seriously interested in your map and model, not your god-awful opinions of us that we have all heard, and they are wrong. To be honest, I love it when a person starts.
That's
To be honest, that's why you don't have the followers you should or the subs, because you have put together some good stuff. But in my opinion, you have been so ridiculously wrong about me, and I think people see it. But you stick to this. Jeran is a Satanist. Jeran,
What? Let's not even. Respond.
like we're not even
Just
gonna.
leave it. No,
That's
we're
not where
even
we're
down
going.
this.
We're gonna
No.
just deal with how do stereographic maps work. Let's just focus on stereographic maps tomorrow.
He's bringing me up here. I've seen it. I just saw it. This is the first time I've seen this.
Anyway, if all goes well, maybe come back. Tell Ronnie very carefully. He has mouthed off before. Recently, he started yelling that I'm an evil man or some shit.
Yeah,
He can say I disagree with Jeran on everything. That's true. But if he thinks he's coming on my channel to act like that and scream and yell, I'll just boot him and we will say we tried.
So can I respond?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, the Dell episode, who was Dell on with? All they did was scream and yell at each other. And it was retarded. I couldn't stand it. I don't want to scream and yell. I lost my temper over Jeran defending the fact that that man beating that woman in front of the baby was okay. I lost my temper. I snapped. And, you know, I apologized for that because I'm not that kind of guy. Truly, I'm not. I don't want to be in that position. And I'm absolutely not going to be mouthy. I'm not going to come in there all smart ass. I just want to come in and share the map and the model and the information. That's it. If he's giving us the opportunity to do that, that's all I care about. I don't care about anything that happened in the past. That's my words. And you guys should expect that.
Yeah, done deal, signed, delivered. Bam.
If these guys try to take it anywhere else, Jason and I are just going to sit there and let them do whatever they want.
Yeah,
if they ask us
go
questions,
ahead
we'll answer honestly, right?
Yeah, mock us all you want in your OBS studio. Set
I don't
up an
care.
OBS scene where you're crapping on us or taking a leak on us. You can do all the stupid crap you want to try to mock us, but it's not going to have any effect because we're there to show people how stereographic maps work. And that's...
I mean, sometimes I have bags under my eyes. I'm tired. Sometimes I don't sleep well. I'm not perfect. Jeran has this impression that I go around telling people that I'm perfect. I'm far from perfect. I've lost a lot of weight and it's been a long battle and it's taught me a lot. It's taught me a lot. And, you know, getting into these fights, the only reason we had to document what the Baby Truther show was doing and what we saw was because we decided 8 years ago, I did, that I was going to document truth. That's it. And we're the skeptics here. They don't care about our map model. At least they never have. We've been skeptical of their map and model the whole time. So, you know, I just, we'll see how David is and Alex, we'll see how they are. And I'm absolutely going to show up and just try to enjoy the time and do my best to explain things, you know?
Yeah, so he goes on to say, okay, we will promote too, and I'll send you a Zoom link here on Thursday morning. Please be there at 11:40 a.m. Pacific time. We're punctual. We'll be there. P.S. Take a good look at Kelsey. She is 100% a woman. Perfect, really.
I don't even want to get into that.
But I got to read it all so that I can respond to it.
Okay.
Because this is a P.S. This is his punctuation to the whole thing, right? Take a good look at Kelsey. She is 100% a woman. Perfect, really. And a mother, a daughter, a sister. She is not a man because some boys who don't know the difference say so. Maybe if you open your eyes, you'll see, and then you can be a man and apologize. If you come on my show and call her a man, either of you, well, I warned you. If you're still confused and can't tell the difference and that Kelsey is a man, you better just keep that to yourself. She doesn't deserve it. Try me. See you, Jeran. See you Thursday, Jeran. And my response was, sounds good. We'll see you tomorrow. Hashtag Team Yahawahashai. So, like Ronnie was saying, this is a sideshow. We are going to talk about stereographic maps. We're going to talk about circles of sight. We're going to talk about shadows. How you can stick a stake in the ground. You can plumb it up and you can measure the shadow that it casts, and it'll tell you where the sun is. It absolutely will.
100 times out of 100.
100 times out of 100. So we're going to be talking about that topic. So we don't need to go down the side road of who's a transformer. We don't need to go down the side road of what. Actually, you know what? We do need to go down the side road of like David Weiss's CGI, because his shrinking sun stuff is the worst.
But we don't know if they're going to want to go into that topic. But the one topic that, I can give my answer now, or I can save it. Modern science, or whatever you want to call it, the hormone therapy and the physical surgery, they can just about do anything. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you can't tell anymore. So the whole entire argument is flawed. It's like arguing whether you're white or black. These are colors. They're not people. You don't have anything when you identify as someone who's white. You could be an Italian, you could be a Roman, you could be German, you could be, these are things, but not white and black aren't things. And the tranny argument, it just falls flat on its face. You can't tell. So, I mean, I don't even know why Jeran even prefaced that, because we never went hard that Kelsey was either way. That was Jake. Jake is the one who is all interested in that stuff. We will continue to say it over and over again that we don't care what sex you are. What truth do you speak? What is the content of your heart? That's what we look at. We don't, because we can't tell anymore who's who and what's what.
Now, if we are looking at people for their potential as shills, we're going to check to see if being a transformer is involved, because this is one of the things that we've identified, that the New World Order, the Freemasons, the Jesuits, these people, they love to do that. They absolutely love it. It's part of the New World Order.
It's Kabbalists.
Yeah.
Right. Adam Kadmon. They want to make Adam and Eve one character. Baphomet, right? We see it over and over again, but we really don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
Like
but
I said,
the more
before,
times,
this argument,
the more times they stick one of those people in your face, right, as a hidden transformer,
don't lust for them.
Yeah.
Avert your eyes. Think about something else. Stay away from the argument. The whole thing is just poison, right? What do the content of the person's words? What videos are they making? Watch that. Trainee argument. Why did he have to leave it at that? Like, anyways, we're just going to show the map and the model, and if they want to talk about anything else other than that, we'll be truthful. That's it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to yell.
FE Searcher says you two should connect via two connections when you do this, so that they don't claim you ran away. Like,
yeah, we will.
Yeah, we'll be verifying from our side. We'll be backing up what we're doing on our side, so that it can't be misconstrued. And we've gone through this all before. I was on Globebusters. I got sniped from Globebusters by Tim Osmond. We listened to him last night, right? He actually, in a live stream where it was him and Jed Skeptic, admitted to being the guy that sniped me, right?
Well, I mean, I can explain to people. So this whole sniping thing was what do I call it? An exploit through Google Hangouts that Tim was the one who found, right? Tim Osman, not IPS, the original troll, Tim Osman. He figured out that if you go to the Google Plus Hangout with your phone and you enter in the group, there's a way you can hit the three dots and you can boot people out of the call, right? You exploited the Google Hangouts, and Tim was the one who came up with it. I was the first person to get exploited from Patricia Steer, right? They didn't want to have me on, and I got booted like 3 or 4 times. I just kept coming back. But so yes, it was Timothy Osman who showed the exploit in what was it called? There was a group that they had called Flat Earth versus Globe Earth debates, and it was a bunch of trolls just running amok, and they showed the evidence that this is how you do it. And then the whole sniping thing became big, but I was the first one, and then Jason was the next, and you were on Globebusters and you got booted out. Then they acted like it was weird. They like Morgile came back, but he was on like his girlfriend's
and
account.
It got blamed on Tim Osmond initially, right from Bob, right? Oh, that
yeah. Good point. So we don't know exactly what went down, but this is the thing. We don't need to discuss these things. If they actually are truly interested in the map and the model that we promote, So, maybe they feel like they've debunked it. So we'll see. They're going to have they must have something that they want to say or do. And that's fine. We're open to that, right?
Hmm? I want to respond to Mark Lancet in the chat, who says, I'm looking forward to the presentation because when it comes to the sun, moon, and stars, no one really knows. So what we're going to be going through tomorrow is that we know exactly, like down to the fraction of a degree, anywhere on Earth, any day of the year, any time of day. Right? We're not playing around here. We know exactly to the fraction of a degree, anywhere on Earth, any day, any time. We can tell you how many daylight hours there are. We can tell you the rise and set time. We can tell you the rise and set angles from any location, any time. Right? So it's not like we don't know anything. We actually know a lot. And the neat thing about this is we can actually take what we're watching on the screen right here, and we can go to any location on Earth. Let's say you have a live cam set up. It's a street corner. That street corner is going to have something like a trash can. It's going to have something like a stop sign. It's going to have something standing up vertically, and we can look at its latitude and longitude and check the rise and set angles, right, of those shadows. It's actually really, really easy to double check and verify. We can just look at how many minutes the sun was up from that 24-hour webcam. How long was the sun in the sky during that day? So we can actually verify anywhere on Earth as long as there's a live stream there. So it doesn't, just the fact that it's south of the equator and we don't normally travel there, most of the people in the north, doesn't mean that we can't double check and verify it ourselves. We can. So that's what we're going to be going through tomorrow. We'll have a whole bunch of questions answered.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's great. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. So yeah, Jason and I are both calm. We're going to be civil. We're not going to argue about anything. We're just going to show them, and they can ask questions, and we'll move on from there, right? And they can say anything they want, do anything they want, mock us, whatever you guys want to do, go right ahead. We're used to it by now, So, I don't know how much more. I really feel like we've gone through enough right now. I don't know what else did you want to talk about.
Let me just click through a few tabs quick. So there was one. This one right here, we've got to cover at some point. Now, we're not going to do it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Friday.
Maybe Friday. We just got to let people know that Chris Geo, Beyond the Veil, this is the spin-off guy from Alex Jones. He has the Beyond the Veil network that Mark is on. This is where all the top shows. This is where Rob Skiba was. This is where Mark Sargent was. Zen Garcia. A whole list of just top level New World Order agents. And he had Mark back. Now Mark hasn't done anything in super, super long, but he came back and he was talking about how he's the guy behind the app and all that kind of stuff. And so we're going to have to go through and point that all out at some point.
The Flat Earth Friend Finder you're alluding to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 So there's the Friend Finder app thing. So we have Zoom Truth had covered how some guy came out and exposed that your information isn't private, that it's been downloaded. And here's the hacker guy behind that. But he also says that he got paid by David Weiss to fix the app. So apparently it's all safe again. And
yep.
Globe Earthers are absolutely safe. If so they had a Globe Earther guy come in, patch up the app for Dave, and all the holes are fixed. Everything's good. You don't have to worry about being tracked anymore.
I mean, publicly. Like Jason and I can't hack David Weiss's site now and take all your information.
But he still can.
But the government or whoever can. But anyways, I digress. I didn't want to get into this. Wanted to be civil. I'm practicing, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Well, yeah, we can keep it to a shorter one tonight. We're going to be getting ready for tomorrow, everyone. We're going on the Baby Truther show, so make sure to be there. We spent tonight promoting the fact that we're going to be joining the Baby Truther show tomorrow. I can't believe that this is happening. It's ridiculous, but at the same time, Jeran presented it in a fair, gentlemanly type way, and we're accepting, and we're going to respond by showing how stereographic maps work tomorrow. Is there anything else you want to talk about, brother?
No, I was just sharing. There's the link to Telegram. Please join up at Reality Check and get involved. Comment, share stuff, fight for truth. And if you were being censored right now, if you've been in Facebook jail or YouTube jail or any social media jail, just want to let you guys know that I love you so much, and that soon we won't be in jail. We'll be able to share the truth as much as we want, okay?
Absolutely. Where did everybody hear this, brother? And where are they going to hear it in the future?
Only on the Yahawahashai News Network.
I'm just in awe of the universe. I wish that I had an accurate one. What do you guys think of all of those models?
I don't even need an accurate one myself, but that's up to each person if they really need that.
We're trying to figure it out, and the Gleason's map is the closest to what we observed. Could it be something else? Very possible. But somebody in the chat mentioned it, and there's a topic we want to talk about, and we've talked about it before. We're just going to bring it up because there's a bunch of people that don't quite understand how direction could work on a circle map, right? So, like, if you believe the map, if the world map was a rectangle, up is north, down is south, east is right or left, west is right or left, how does that work? How do you end up when you on the bottom?
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't work. So on the flat map, on the circle map, we have our magnetic. We can agree that our magnets point towards a magnetic point, right?
Just getting for somebody that's coming but not sure about that laughs at flat Earth in the beginning or that has never heard of it before. It's just good to show all of these models with the globe model,
right,
so that they could say people just don't know shit. Like they just don't know. So how can you say you know, for sure that
which is the trick? Which is the trick that they use?
Yeah, let's say we don't know if it's circle map or the rectangular map. But on a ball south of the equator, you'd have to turn to the left when you're heading west to maintain your longitude, to maintain your direction.
I just wanna get it right. I just wanna get it right.
The North Pole is magnetic, and that's why magnets point to them, right?
Correct.
So if let's say all of us were right at the North Pole, and we all had our backs to each other, and we all walked out 10 paces in different opposite directions, all of those directions are south.
Correct.
Okay. Now that's the same on a globe also. If we were all on a globe and we had our back to the center and we all walked away, we're all walking south and we'll end up in Antarctica. On a flat map, it's the same thing. South is, by definition, the opposite direction of north. Okay.
So when we go ahead.
Yeah. So go ahead. You want to? I'll continue, but you go first.
No, I just have this question about east and west being circles because I still think that people think that's a concept that flat Earth introduced when it's the way that the world works anyway.
Right. And anyone that doesn't understand that, get a globe, get a ball.
Want me to bring up Blue Earth?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Well, no, we've seen that. I want people to do it with a physical globe.